you know, California has been undergoing one of the worst droughts in history, the worst in 100 years. Calabasas today is doing something about it. This project, which we're here about today, consists of replacing all the city-owned irrigation controllers in public streets, parks, and city facilities. That encompasses approximately 41 acres of landscaped area. And the goal today, by doing this, for this year and beyond, is to save and reduce approximately 25% water usage in our city. This system is a weather-based irrigation controller, which allows more accurate, customized irrigation with automatic adjustment schedule and the amount of water based upon the change in the weather. So we can all hope for rain soon, and when it rains, this system will automatically shut off. It also allows us, with regard to the medians or parks, to tailor the water for specific plants and also based upon climate needs. There were problems with the old system. Those who worked with it are aware of it, with runoff, overwatering, and it required manual adjustment. The new system benefits, it's a weather-based real-time irrigation program. Each day, that means each day the weather satellite is going to be sending the controller real-time weather information, and controller will then calculate the amount of water per day to be used. This will allow this new program will allow the city of Calabasas to remotely monitor and change operation if necessary of 692 irrigation stations, which will be governed by smart meters. We can anticipate that 2 acre-feet of water per year will be saved. Now, I don't know if you know what an acre-foot of water is. It took me a little time to understand it, but I can tell you, if you've ever been to a football stadium, the size of a football stadium, picture that in your mind, and picture 1 foot of water deep. That is 1 acre, 1 acre-foot of water. So each year we'll be saving 2 football fields, approximately 1 foot deep of water. And it's estimated that will save our city approximately $20,000 on the water bill in the coming year. And as water rates go up, which of course we hope they won't, little drop, but if they do, and when they do, we will hope to save even more money on the city's water bill. The source of this water for irrigation is approximately 85% of recycled water from our famous purple pipes. Actually, the Las Virgenes Municipal Water District's purple pipes. With the Las Virgenes Municipal Water District's expansion of those pipes in the system and the irrigation, we anticipate Calabasas will soon be using 100% recycled water for all of the systems. As mentioned, each controller will be remotely operated. It can be operated by our city staff and contractors by a smartphone, tablet, or on a computer. It'll allow them to monitor or shut down if there is any issue with regard to a broken line or excess flow is detected. The cost to implement this project was $600,000. The funding on this project came 75% from Proposition 84, which is administered by the Department of Water and Power, and 25%, which was local matching funds. Our city owes a big thank you, especially during this highly competitive bidding process to obtain this grant, to our state senator's office, Fran Pavley's office, for their support. We thank you very much. And of course, a big thank you to our own Las Virgenes Municipal Water District for their support and efforts, which we'll be counting on them in the future as well. So thank you. An important item to note is not 1 cent of this project came out of general funds from the city of Calabasas. So we are very, very lucky to be here today with this. In the future, the city will evaluate and continue to evaluate the progress of this system. In a year, we'll have a lot more data and we'll report to everyone. We invite the homeowners associations, schools, and local businesses to switch to smart controllers to help conserve more water for their business, for our community, and for the state.
It's my pleasure to represent Senator Fran Pavley today. You know, as the chair of the Senate Natural Water and Resources Board, Senator Pavley is deeply involved in the water situation in California and definitely very, very concerned. As the news tells us every day, it's getting worse and worse. So we're all doing the rain dance. But in the meantime, it's our pleasure to give this Sustainability Award to the City of Calabasas for its leadership in this project, which will real benefits for the City of Calabasas, and is a real leader for other cities in the area. So thank you so much for your leadership.
Thank you very much.
We're really excited to be part of this ribbon cutting. This is a great project. Certainly the Water District, as the regional provider of water for this area, the city being an important customer, conservation is really, really important to us. It's something that we've been working hard to promote, and the city has really shown leadership in this area, and we're thankful for that. The city is not only a water efficient city, the city is also a beautiful city that people call home. And that's really something important to keep in mind, that you can have the two coexist. And I think the city has really done an excellent job here to show that that can happen. So when we talk about conservation, there's really two main ways to conserve water. The first is that by changing the way we use water, so behavioral changes. And so many of us are familiar with this. This would be taking shorter showers, turning off the water when we brush our teeth. These are the kinds of things where we have to actually be mindful of how we're using water and change our day-to-day activities. The challenge with that is a lot of people have already done those things. And so we see what's called demand hardening. The other thing is it changes the way we go about our daily life. And so it does impact certain things. The other real area to conserve water is by using technology, and we have technology that's really growing at a very quick rate, especially in the area of green tech and water conservation. We have every year new devices that are coming out. We're seeing toilets that are more and more efficient, and we're seeing in the irrigation industry, we're seeing better technology to help the landscape managers to do their job better, and agencies like the city to use their water more efficiently. So this is really an exciting project, a good example of using technology to do the city's work better, use water efficiently, apply the water when it's really needed, and to not apply water when it's not needed. And I think the city's grounds and throughout the city is a good testament to the example that can be set and that it can be done very well. So we're excited to be here, excited to have a chance to participate in the ribbon cutting. We want to congratulate the city, the mayor, city council, all the city staff who participated in this and seeking funding that's available from the state, using only a small amount of local funding and really leveraging the grant funds that are available for this. This is the kind of project that really is what we should all be striving for. And what we hope at the Water District is we hope that this can now trickle down to the individual homeowners, and you can actually implement the same technology in your home. So these same irrigation controllers on a smaller scale can be put in your home. They actually make it easier to manage your landscaping. You don't have to adjust the timing depending on the season. And the Water District has rebates to encourage folks to do that, $80 per unit as an incentive. So again, I want to congratulate the city and the mayor and council and everybody, and appreciate being a part of this event.
The citywide Smart Irrigation Control System was funded primarily by the state of California through Proposition 84. We went through a competitive process to receive $620,000 of grant funding.
We are fortunate with this opportunity, this grant opportunity, to participate in this water savings program.
The system that we're using here is an internet-based central control system, so all the information from the system will go up to the web, and then you'll also be able to access your system from the web. So simply any internet connection, you use your username and password to log in and access your system.
The cost of the citywide Smart Irrigation Controller project is about $750,000. $620,000 of this budget was funded from the California Department of Water Resources through Prop 84, which was voted by the California residents in 1998, I believe. And $130,000 is matched by the city's fund through city's general fund and staff time.
Number one, there is no way that a contractor can do what one of these controllers can do on a daily basis. So the information comes in from the weather station, the local weather station. The controller manipulates that information and only puts out enough water for that day's weather conditions. And if you were to hire a contractor to run around and program a controller on a daily basis, it's not possible. So these will not only allow the city to have some significant savings in water, but it will also allow us to be have our staff be able to just work on repairs, really. And also these controllers give us digital alerts to our phones and to our computers. So anytime there's a problem, we get an alert right away, can go right out to fix it, go right to the valve, find out what the problem is, if it's an excess water flow based on a head that has come off or a broken line. Even they will let you know if one of the electrical components in the valves, a solenoid, has gone bad. You don't have to go search it out. It'll tell you exactly where to go to fix it. So it's an incredible savings on both contractor and the city's ends. The city will save water and the contractor will save time and be able to give better service.
This project is basically going to be implemented in 2 phases. Phase 1 is to replace all the old controller system throughout the city within the public right-of-way, meaning we on public streets, parkways and medians and all city facilities and parks. The grant funding can only be spent on publicly owned land. That's why we are implementing this project in this scope. The second phase is to improve the recycle line and improve the irrigation network in order to save water for the city.
Yeah, so there's a couple of different benefits and features. The first one would be weather-based irrigation control. So you take a weather input and then the irrigation programs change daily based on the weather. So the cooler it is, the less it irrigates, the hotter it is, the more it irrigates. So demand changes with what the plant material needs.
Now it will be equal, and then there will be this weather-based information that will make the adjustments seasonally, as well as having each of the contractors aware of what is the real issues at each of their areas of responsibility through them using their computers, or their smartphones, or their tablets.
We have evaluated and estimated that city is going to save about $20,000 a year on water bills that we are receiving from the water district. Even though our water is primarily reclaimed and recycled water, but still we have to pay for it. And that will bring city $20,000 of saving every year, and the city's match is going to be paid off within 5 years.